Mr. Durite at y'all one more again. Like to thank y'all for coming back to my show. The topic is, this week we talking about TV mashups, how I would like to see them. I got some ideas, throw it out there, see if y'all jive with them. We'll see. But man, I'm all jacked up. We need to get this shit situated. Let's get it started. So, the reason I want to do top 5 TV mashups because during the Super Bowl, I saw one of my favorite shows was coming back on 24. And man, I'm a Jack Bauer fan like crazy. I watched Jack Bauer on the boat. You go to the rack, you ain't got nothing else to do. Got a little DVD player sitting on your chest, and you're sitting up there looking at videos. And somebody had 24, first season. Well, actually, they had like season 1, 2, and 3. Man, I sat there and started watching 24. Then I was like, man, I gotta watch the next episode. I gotta see what happens. Then I gotta watch the next episode. Next thing you know, first wake up. I was like, oh man, I can't keep doing this. When I go to the rack again, I'm watching 24 some more. So I really enjoyed that show and watched it all the way through all seasons. I think it was 8 seasons. And now they're getting ready to come back again with 24 in London, I think it is. I think it's gonna be pretty good. And I start thinking, I'm like, one of my other favorite shows on TV is The Walking Dead. And I like some Walking Dead now. I like that, and you know, oh, it's a zombie show. And yeah, if you think it's all about zombies, then yeah, don't watch it because you wouldn't get it. But anyway, I was thinking about these 2 shows, and I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool? Jack Bauer was in the world of Walking Dead. What would happen there? So I started thinking, like, what other shows would I like to see mashed together that I like? So let's take a look. Number 5. The BBC version of Sherlock Holmes, the new one with the guy that played that guy on that movie, Star Trek Into Darkness. Yeah, now I like that Sherlock Holmes, and I also like Person of Interest. The J.J. Abrams put his name on show. You know how they do, executive producer, whatever. I like Sherlock Holmes, and I like that Sherlock Holmes for as doing stuff in the modern era, you know, with the cell phone texting, his network of people and things like that. I like that part of it. Then the aspect of Person of Interest with the computer, you know, seeing crimes and everything. I would think it'd be really cool if Sherlock Holmes was working with the computer would give him the numbers, and then he'll look up the numbers and find out the person, and then he start deducting what's going on and everything. And instead of solving a murder, he's trying to prevent a murder, and I think that would put Sherlock Holmes in a totally different situation that he's not used to since he's a sociopath. He don't really give a care about people. I think it would be an interesting show. Number 4, The $6 Million Man. Look here. When I was a kid, that show was awesome. So I guarantee if I watch it now, it'd probably be stupid as hell. But there's another show out called Intelligence where this guy, you know, the government puts a chip in his head, schizophrenics, all their nightmares are coming true because the government put a chip in his head, and now he can interface with the chip and he can do all this stuff in his head. And I thought, well, man, wouldn't it be cool if you had the $6 million man with all of these prosthetic parts and with the chip in his head? Boy, this dude would be unstoppable. Crime would be like at a 0. It'd be another RoboCop. We ain't finna get into that though. Number 3. You gonna laugh at me? I don't care. This one was a funny one to me. I actually don't want to really see it happen, but I thought it was a crazy idea and I should put it out there. I don't know if you remember Airwolf, the high-tech helicopter that had the turbo boost on it. Every show, they would hit that turbo boost and they do a loop-de-loop with this helicopter because it's supposed to be impossible to do a loop-de-loop with a helicopter unless it's an RC helicopter, and you do all kind of crazy stuff. That's a whole nother story, but you know, it was kind of cheesy. It was always some country, have half a stand or some stuff they had to zoom in there and zoom right back out. And it made me think, I'm like, man, wouldn't Airwolf go good on Stargate? I hated Stargate too, but you see, like they would always go into some other world and impose their will on everybody and then get out. And I'm like, that sounds familiar. So open up the Stargate, get in the helicopter, zoom, turbo boost up into the Stargate, shoot up a bunch of stuff. They go into the planet Hackistan, do what they gotta do, fly on out. Boy, that fits perfectly. You notice every time they went into the Stargate, they had their guns and everything. They was in full gear, so why not go ahead and take them some equipment with them? I think it'll be a perfect mashup. Well, Hollywood can get a whole bunch off of that. Oh yeah. Number 2, I love Law and Order. I still watch Law and Order, and every time I sit down and watch an episode, I could have seen it 100 times, but it feels like I saw it for the very first time, and I love that show. Another show I really loved. I loved it as a kid. I watched it when I got older, and I still love it. I thought it was well done. Was Quincy MD. And if you never heard of Quincy MD, Google it, check it out. I mean, it's not a bad show. It's a little over the top, you know, how it was back in the 70s with everything they did. Look, Kojak, this dude, bald headed, sucking on a lollipop. Yeah, everything is a little over the top. Beretta, dude walking around with a parrot on his, oh no, was it a parrot? It was a bird, a cockatoo, I think, maybe. I don't know. I ain't no bird, dude. But anyway, it's funny, you know. But Law and Order, with that intensity of the drama, with Quincy and the intensity of the character, if they put both of those together, I think it'd be a real good show. And no, I don't think it's, oh, what's the name of that damn show with that woman coroner? She was all right. The one that used to play on Law and Order. Yeah, maybe that's the mashup, but no, I'm not feeling it. I think Quincy and Law and Order put that together, will have a baby, and the baby will be goodness. And number 1, which I already touched on, you already know what my number 1 is. 24, Jack Bauer, God dog it, and The Walking Dead. Now I like Rick, and Rick is a damn good character, but Jack Bauer, could you imagine Jack Bauer going up in there, you know, regulating on the zombies on one side, and then regulating on the living on the other side? Boy, what? You say what? Who's what and where? Wait a minute. Let's go find them. You know what I'm saying? Jack Bauer would be regulating it. What? The zombie apocalypse over in 24 hours. Oh, not to mention, seeing The Walking Dead in a 24-hour period, I think would be a totally different aspect of the show. I mean, think about it. I don't know if you watched the show, and I don't want to give away any spoilers, but I'm going to say a little bit of something. Imagine the last episode of season 2 when the farm got overran by the herd. Now, could you imagine this taking place in a 24-hour period and all the things that happened in that show? I mean, there was so much stuff that happened that, man, you could easily stretch that one day out into 24 episodes. I mean, you have to do a little bit more writing. You got to put a little bit more dialogue. But then again, how much dialogue was it in 24? I think what made 24 good was that you had all these different things going on at the same time. And you see this part of the story, and then you see this part of the story. So when you can have a character off the show for 2 or 3 episodes because they had to go somewhere. They looking for food or water or something for 3 hours. And then they come back. And when they come back, holy smokes, what the hell happened, you know? I think it would really be cool if they did that. And I hope y'all watch this video. I know y'all not gonna watch this video, but damn, maybe somebody will pass it to you like, hey man, check this out. This is a pretty good idea. Do one episode that is like, well, I guess you can't do one episode because then it would be 24 hours, right? You already do one episode that's 24 hours. Duh. But anyway, man, if y'all could do a season, I know y'all not. That right now that I'm thinking about it, sitting here talking to you, yeah, that would probably never happen. But wow, wouldn't that shit be cool? Wouldn't that just be the coolest shit you ever saw? I'm like, it would be cool to me, man. And you don't even have to put Jack Bauer in it, but boy, if you put Jack Bauer in it, cha-ching, man, look here. I'll pay to watch that. I'll go to the movies to watch that. Really and truthfully, if Jack Bauer, the character played by Kiefer Sutherland, if that character was in a zombie movie, if he was in The Walking Dead, let me tell you something. Oh my goodness. Let me stop. I gotta clean myself up. Oh no, I'll be back. My girlfriend didn't too much care for my last episode when I was talking about stuff on the boat and the sands. She was like, I didn't too much care for it because I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know all those Navy terms and everything. Check this out. I'm gonna give you 2 terms. We're gonna start bringing up your education a little bit about stuff on the boat. Randy Pace on Facebook has a whole list of submarine terms, and you should check it out. And I got these from him. The first one is metric butt ton, and his definition is highly technical measuring term used when something weighs a lot. mean, basically that's what it is. You know, you use that in everyday terminology. You're like, man, look at that car. That joker looks like it weighs a metric butt ton. It seems pretty simple. Okay, on the boat we already use it. The second one is more specific to the boat, and it is rigged for red. Like, I used to work in control. I wasn't a quartermaster. I was a Navy T. They got rid of the quartermaster rate and shoved it all together. But I was in control, and I'd be at the plot and be getting ready to come up to PD or come up to the surface. We would have to turn off all the lights, and we would use red lights to see with. So that's what rigged for red means. So I have my little flashlight on my head and everything, looking at the plot. I tell you what, I spent a lot of time at PD. And if you don't know, PD stands for periscope depth. That is the depth that the boat goes to, submerged, and allows the scope to come on out the water, look around, see what's going on, observe stuff, blah, blah, blah. You know what it is. You've seen enough submarine movies to know what PD means, whatever. Come on, man. I mean, you ain't got to watch a good submarine movie because they ain't got that many of them to know what PD is. And I don't care what y'all say. You know what? I'm thinking back to these submarine movies, and some people will say, oh, Hunt for Red October or Crimson Tide. You know what? No, those movies don't really, they don't know what's going on. It's crap, really. To me, the closest real submarine movie is Down Periscope. So take that for what it's worth. To wrap this up, real quick, I'm gonna give you my Academy Award winning predictions. Since I'm filming this on Sunday and you'll be seeing it on Monday, we're gonna see how right I am. If I'm really wrong, you probably won't even see this, but if you see this, then I at least got one right. But anyway, best movie is gonna be Gravity. Best actor is going to be Matthew McConaughey. Best actress, Amy Adams. Best supporting actor is going to be Michael Fassbender. I hope that's his right name. Sorry if it's not. And I know I'm going to mess up this next one, but okay. And for best supporting actress is going to be Lupita Nyong'o. And I hope that's right. I apologize if I said it wrong, but I hope it's right. But that's my predictions, and that's who I think is going to take the Academy Awards. If I'm right on all of them, boy, you ain't going to be able to tell me nothing for the rest of the year. Subscribe, like us, check out the Queen and everything. Keep checking me out. I also want to give out some shout outs. Happy birthday to Radio Chief Sean Staples, better known as Stay Beezy. Went to sub school together. We lived in the barracks together. That's my boy. Holla. And I talked about Frank last week. I guess I'm going to talk about Frank again this week. Happy anniversary, Frank and Nicole. I'm happy for you. I can't believe y'all still together. As much stuff y'all go through, but then again, y'all fit with each other. So I'm glad that y'all still together. I'm glad y'all still love each other. And I still love y'all too. But I ain't trying to make no threesome or nothing. So shut up, Frank. Anyway, there's a million videos out there that you can be watching, and you choose to watch this one, and I appreciate you. Holla. Lupita oh my goodness. Lupita Nyong'o. Lupita Nyong'o.